in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play.
On the set.
They go to the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance. Just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Takes the easy completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Griffin. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He leaves it with his back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Griffin. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The inside handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Rudolph. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this, he can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and his quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
And the Rebels are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Bradley. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Ready to send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And how about the a simple run. Like, I believe in my guys. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to get the first down. Nice job by this offense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now on second down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much as the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
You know, for quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense, quick tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped out.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wilson to pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the got an extra DB, got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, man, look out! How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. He wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They're working that left side. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Never a doubt. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The give to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Creates a little room. Sweet cut there. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. Racing down the left side. The inside. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Wake Forest is going to enjoy the trip back to Winston-Salem after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Simmons. his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate.
Touchdown, Rebels! And that one will give them the lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers... to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Oh, it's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss. Play action. He'll get rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Caught over the middle. It's Rudolph. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. It's Simmons. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. With the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. His job chasing by the defense.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And they're not on the same page there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And go back to work in the final period of this one. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he is snuffed out. A host of defenders. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Georgia going up tempo. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And you can see the defensive coordinator so upset after that play because everybody on his side is thinking it's going to be a run on 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the 50, but you need guys in the back end to just step up in that situation. If they throw the football, someone's got to make a play. You couldn't get it done, and now you've got 1st and goal in your own end.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Big guy smells it. He's down at the run, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Boy, they hope that one doesn't come back to bite them. A kickoff out of bounds right after you've taken the lead here in the 4th quarter, and all they need is a field goal to go back on top. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield at Simmons. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Finding an escape route. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that 1st.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Soften him up with the run. Now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
The give to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And they're looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play any